Ever pondered the differences between fintech and traditional banking? In the modern world, financial technology, or fintech, represents a fusion of finance and technology, shaking up the traditional banking landscape. On the other hand, traditional banking, as the name suggests, is the age-old financial system we're all familiar with. Both have unique characteristics and functions that serve different needs. Understanding these differences is vital in today's financial landscape. It helps us appreciate the progress we've made and the challenges we face in creating financial systems that are efficient, accessible, and secure. In this journey, we'll explore the structure, function, regulatory environment, growth potential, customer experiences, and even the collaborative opportunities between these two sectors. So fasten your seatbelts as we delve into the exhilarating world of fintech and traditional banking. It's a ride you won't want to miss, and it all starts here. Join us as we delve into the world of fintech and traditional banking. In our financial universe, two galaxies exist: fintech and traditional banking. Fintech, or financial technology, is the dazzling cosmic fusion of finance and technology. It's marked by its innovative nature, offering solutions like mobile banking, peer-to-peer payments, and robo-advising. Traditional banking, on the other hand, is the steady constellation of conventional banking systems. It's characterized by face-to-face service, brick-and-mortar branches, and time-tested processes. Both galaxies have their unique orbits. Fintech orbits around digital platforms, harnessing the power of technology to deliver financial services quickly and conveniently. Traditional banking, meanwhile, revolves around personal interactions and relationships, offering a human touch to banking services. Fintech is like a shooting star, swiftly changing the financial landscape, while traditional banking is like a stable star, offering reliability and trust. These two financial galaxies, while coexisting, offer distinctly different experiences. Fintech and traditional banking, while similar, operate on different wavelengths. The essence of fintech lies in its innovative, customer-centric approach, a stark contrast to the legacy infrastructure of traditional banks. Imagine fintech as a speedboat, zipping through the financial sea with agility and precision, while traditional banking is more akin to a colossal ship, established and robust but slower to change course. Fintech firms, powered by the latest technology, are redefining the financial landscape. They streamline processes, making them faster, simpler, and more accessible. Picture a world where you can open a bank account, transfer funds, or even invest in stocks, all from your smartphone from anywhere in the world. That's the power of fintech. It's a world where finance meets convenience and the customer is at the helm. On the other hand, traditional banks, with their brick-and-mortar infrastructure, have a legacy to uphold. They are the custodians of trust, security, and stability in the financial world. However, adapting to the digital revolution is a colossal task for them. It's like turning a massive ship around. It takes time, resources, and a careful navigation of regulatory waters. While traditional banks are trying to digitize their services, they often face challenges. Their systems are complex, with multiple layers of operations, procedures, and regulations. This complexity can sometimes slow down the pace of innovation, making it challenging for them to meet the evolving needs of the modern customer. However, it's important to remember that these differences aren't strictly a matter of good or bad. They represent the diverse needs of a diverse world. Some people prefer the comfort of a bank branch and a familiar face, while others prefer the convenience of doing their banking from the comfort of their couch. In the end, it all boils down to customer choice and preference. The structure and functionality of these financial entities shape the services they provide. And it's this diversity that makes the financial world so dynamic and exciting. So, whether you're a fan of the speedboat or the ship, there's a place for you in the financial sea. Regulation, a necessary oversight in the financial realm. Traditional banks, being the stalwarts of finance, are subject to myriad regulations, from capital requirements to customer protection. These rules ensure stability and trust, but they can also limit the pace of innovation. On the flip side, we have the fintech firms. Being the new kids on the block, they have a certain level of regulatory leniency. This flexibility allows them to explore uncharted territories of the financial landscape, delivering services that are innovative, accessible, and often more cost-effective than their traditional counterparts. However, this relative freedom doesn't mean that fintech companies operate in a lawless frontier. They too are governed by regulations, albeit less stringent ones. But these regulations are evolving as governments and regulatory bodies try to catch up with the rapid pace of financial technology. Regulation, while necessary, influences the pace and direction of financial innovation. Risk and reward, two sides of the same coin in the financial world. As we delve deeper into the realms of fintech and traditional banking, it's clear that each has its unique strengths and challenges when it comes to growth potential and risk factors. Firstly, let's consider market distribution. Traditional banks have a well-established presence with a vast network of branches and ATMs. They've been around for centuries, resulting in a solid, extensive customer base. Fintech firms, on the other hand, are relatively new players. However, their innovative, tech-driven approach has allowed them to penetrate markets rapidly and tap into previously underserved segments. Next, let's look at risk management. Traditional banks have robust systems in place, honed over years of experience and regulatory requirements. They've weathered financial storms and understand the importance of managing risk to ensure stability. Fintech firms, however, take a different approach. Their agility allows them to adapt quickly to changes, but this flexibility can also lead to increased exposure to risk. But what of growth opportunities? For traditional banks, growth can come from modernizing their infrastructure, digitizing services, and improving customer experiences. Fintech firms, however, have the advantage of being digital natives. They can leverage technology to create innovative financial solutions, scale rapidly, and disrupt the status quo. Yet it's important to note that the financial landscape is continuously evolving. Emerging technologies, changing consumer preferences, and regulatory shifts can create new opportunities or pose additional risks. Both sectors need to stay agile, innovative, and customer-centric to navigate these changes successfully. So what's the takeaway? Traditional banks and fintech firms each have their own unique growth potentials and risk factors. Traditional banks offer stability and a proven track record, while fintech firms bring innovation and agility. Both can learn from each other and adapt to meet the changing needs of customers in the financial industry. While different in approach, both fintech and traditional banking have significant growth potential. In the end, customer experience is the ultimate decider. This statement holds true when we compare fintech and traditional banking. Let's delve into this a bit more. First off, fintech services are often praised for their accessibility and convenience. With the world at our fingertips, fintech apps allow us to manage our finances from anywhere and at any time. Whether you're sending money to a friend, investing in stocks, or applying for a loan, fintech has simplified these processes, making them as easy as a few taps on your smartphone. No more waiting in long lines at the bank or filling out piles of paperwork. On the other hand, we have traditional banking. While it has its merits, certain challenges cannot be ignored. For instance, customers often face bureaucratic procedures and time-consuming processes which can be frustrating. Not to mention the limited opening hours and geographical constraints which can hinder accessibility. Yet, it's not all gloom and doom for traditional banking. Some customers value the face-to-face interaction and personalized service they receive at their local bank branches. There's a certain level of trust and security that comes from dealing with a tangible institution. So how does user experience influence the choice between fintech and traditional banking? Well, it all boils down to individual needs and preferences. The tech-savvy, time-crunched individual might lean towards fintech for its convenience and speed. Meanwhile, someone who values personal interaction and has more complex banking needs might stick with traditional banking. Remember, neither fintech nor traditional banking is inherently superior. They both have their strengths and weaknesses, and the key is to find the right balance that suits your needs. As we move forward, it's important to keep an open mind. The financial landscape is evolving, and so are our needs as customers. We can anticipate that both fintech and traditional banking will continue to innovate and adapt to meet these changing needs. Customer experience is the lens through which we can view the future of finance. The choice between fintech and traditional banking is not a zero-sum game. It's about finding the right tool for the right job. And above all, it's about creating a financial ecosystem that empowers you, the customer. The financial landscape is not a battlefield, but a playground for innovation. In the grand scheme of things, it's not about fintech versus traditional banking, but rather how these two can work together, combining their unique strengths. Fintech, with its innovative and customer-centric approach, brings agility and a refreshing perspective to the table. Traditional banks, on the other hand, offer stability, trust, and a wealth of experience accumulated over generations. Imagine the possibilities when these two join forces. We could witness a financial services industry that is not just efficient and accessible, but also secure and reliable. This synergy can spark a new wave of innovation, creating solutions that cater to diverse needs and preferences. So, as you navigate through your financial journey, remember to explore the evolving financial landscape with both fintech and traditional banking options. Understanding the diversity in services is key for informed financial decisions.